Right now, the family of a 7-month-old who was killed by his father back in 2015 says they had several concerns leading up to the child's death, and they believe more could have been done to protect the baby boy. Good evening once again. I'm Annette Montgomery.
And I'm Tim Lammers. In court today, the boy's aunt took the stand and described what she called controlling and worrying habits from the child's father.
Fox 61's Alicia Hercules takes us to Waterbury, where prosecutors are looking to prove DCF was negligent in their handling of this case.
Along with sharing several alarming behaviors from the child's father, Aaden Moreno's aunt testified that DCF wasn't present at a major court hearing in the case, despite telling her and her sister they would be there.
He was controlling, he was manipulative, and he was verbally abusive.
Vivian McNeil, Aaden's aunt, testified that Tony Moreno, Aaden's father, would dictate how much her sister, Adrienne Iola, could communicate with her during their relationship. In June of 2015, Iola and Aaden moved out of Moreno's mother's home and into McNeil's home. She testified Tony's behavior was becoming more aggressive and manipulative.
I was worried that while John and I were not around, he was going to either physically or verbally abuse her and Aaden.
She says Moreno was excited to be a father, but once the baby was born, everything changed. She testified that he showed a lack of concern for the baby's well-being. A temporary restraining order was granted at one point, stopping Moreno from being near Iola and Aaden. There was a court hearing held to extend the temporary restraining order, for which McNeil was told a DCF worker would be present.
Since she said she was going to be there, I was under the impression that she would help Adrienne through the process of getting that restraining order extended.
Despite the worker assuring her DCF would be there, she says they never showed up. The restraining order was vacated on June 29th. 7-month-old Aaden was killed on July 5th, just 6 days later, when Moreno threw him off the Aragoni Bridge in Middletown. Janet Cardona, who was the investigative and social work supervisor for DCF at the time of the case, also took the stand. She testified that DCF was aware of Moreno's criminal history, including his previous charges of risk of injury and sexual assault of a minor. When asked by Iola's attorney, Cardona said DCF didn't consider Moreno to be a safe parent.
There was attempts made to interview Mr. Moreno and see Mr. Moreno unsuccessfully during the investigation.
However, she says DCF did make a visit to the home where the three were living for 2 years.
DCF social worker, this employee, actually went to the house of Trump's grandmother, right?
Yes.
An economist also took the stand to explain how he appraised the estate of Aaden Moreno. The family is seeking $15 million in damages from DCF with this lawsuit. In Waterbury, Alicia Hercules, Fox 61.